The amazing life of the Jaguar Panthera onca. Deep within the emerald canopy of the Amazon rainforest, a powerful silhouette moves with silent precision through the dappled sunlight. The Jaguar Panthera onca emerges from the shadows as one of nature's most magnificent predators, a living embodiment of raw power, stealth, and evolutionary perfection. As the largest cat in the Americas and the third largest in the world, the jaguar commands respect throughout its vast territory, from the dense jungles of Brazil to the wetlands of the Pantanal. This remarkable feline represents far more than just another predator in the food chain. The jaguar serves as a keystone species, an apex predator whose very presence shapes entire ecosystems, and a cultural icon that has captured human imagination for millennia. Yet despite its legendary status, the jaguar faces unprecedented challenges in the modern world, making its story both inspiring and urgent. Physical characteristics and adaptations. The jaguar's imposing presence stems from its exceptional physical attributes, which have been refined through millions of years of evolution. Adult jaguars typically measure between 4 to 6 feet in body length, with an additional 18 to 30 inches contributed by their muscular tail. Males, significantly larger than females, can weigh anywhere from 120 to 300 pounds, while females generally range from 100 to 200 pounds. This substantial size difference, known as sexual dimorphism, plays important roles in their social structure and hunting strategies. What truly sets the jaguar apart from other big cats is its incredible bite force, the strongest of any feline species. With a bite force quotient of 137, jaguars can exert pressure of up to 2,000 pounds per square inch, enabling them to crush turtle shells, pierce crocodilian skulls, and even crack open bones to access nutritious marrow. This extraordinary jaw strength is complemented by robust skull construction and powerful neck muscles that deliver devastating attacks to prey. The jaguar's coat presents one of nature's most striking patterns. The base coloration ranges from pale yellow to deep reddish-brown, adorned with distinctive rosettes, circular spots with dark borders and lighter centers. These rosettes serve as perfect camouflage in the dappled light of forest environments, breaking up the cat's outline and making it nearly invisible to both prey and potential threats. Unlike the similar-appearing leopard, jaguar rosettes are larger and often contain spots within their centers. Melanistic jaguars, commonly called black panthers, represent a fascinating genetic variation where excess melanin production creates an almost entirely black coat. Though the rosette pattern remains visible under certain lighting conditions, these dark variants comprise roughly 6% of the jaguar population and are particularly common in dense forest environments where their coloration provides additional stealth advantages. Habitat and geographic distribution. Historically, jaguars roamed across a vast territory stretching from the southern United States through Central America and deep into South America, reaching as far south as northern Argentina. This enormous range encompassed diverse habitats including tropical rainforests, grasslands, wetlands, and even desert regions. However, human encroachment has dramatically reduced their territory, with current populations concentrated primarily in the Amazon basin, the Pantanal wetlands, and scattered populations throughout Central America. The Amazon rainforest remains the jaguar's primary stronghold, providing the dense vegetation cover, abundant water sources, and rich biodiversity necessary for their survival. Within this environment, jaguars demonstrate remarkable adaptability, equally at home in the forest canopy, on the ground, or in the water. The multi-layered forest structure offers numerous hunting opportunities, from arboreal prey like sloths and monkeys to terrestrial animals such as peccaries and deer. The Pantanal, the world's largest tropical wetland, represents another crucial jaguar habitat. This massive floodplain ecosystem, spanning parts of Brazil, Bolivia, and Paraguay, supports one of the highest concentrations of jaguars anywhere in their range. The seasonal flooding cycles create ideal conditions for these big cats, concentrating prey animals on higher ground and providing excellent hunting opportunities along waterways. Jaguars require extensive territories to meet their hunting and breeding needs. Male territories typically range from 25 to 40 square miles, while females maintain smaller ranges of 10 to 15 square miles. These territories often overlap, particularly between males and females during breeding seasons, but same-sex adults generally maintain exclusive domains marked by scent markings, vocalizations, and physical signs. Diet and hunting behavior. As apex predators, jaguars have evolved into incredibly versatile hunters capable of taking down prey much larger than themselves. Their diet encompasses over 85 species, making them among the most opportunistic big cats. Large mammals form the cornerstone of their diet, including white-lipped peccaries, collared peccaries, capybaras, deer, and tapirs. However, their hunting repertoire extends far beyond terrestrial mammals to include caimans, large fish, sea turtles, iguanas, and even anacondas. The jaguar's hunting strategy differs significantly from other big cats. While lions rely on group cooperation and cheetahs depend on speed, jaguars are solitary ambush predators that combine stealth with explosive power. They typically hunt during twilight hours and at night, using their exceptional night vision and acute hearing to locate prey. Once a target is identified, jaguars employ their remarkable stalking abilities to approach within striking distance, often covering the final yards in complete silence. Their killing technique is unique among big cats. Rather than the throat-crushing bite employed by lions and leopards, jaguars often deliver a devastating bite directly to the skull, piercing the brain with their powerful canine teeth. This method ensures quick, efficient kills and demonstrates the incredible precision of their bite force. When hunting caimans or large fish, jaguars showcase their swimming abilities, often diving completely underwater to secure aquatic prey. Water plays a crucial role in jaguar hunting behavior. Unlike most cats, jaguars are excellent swimmers and actively hunt in rivers, lakes, and flooded areas. They have been observed diving several feet underwater to catch fish, and are capable of swimming considerable distances. This aquatic adaptability gives them access to food sources unavailable to other big cats and helps explain their success in wetland environments. Social structure and communication. Jaguars are primarily solitary animals, coming together only for mating purposes. This solitary nature reflects their role as apex predators in environments where large prey animals are often widely distributed. Individual territories are maintained through a complex system of scent marking, vocalizations, and visual signals that minimize direct confrontations between adults. Scent marking represents the primary method of communication between jaguars. Both males and females use urine, feces, and secretions from specialized scent glands to mark territory boundaries and communicate reproductive status. These chemical messages convey detailed information about the individual's identity, health, reproductive condition, and recent activities. Scent marks are strategically placed along travel routes, near water sources, and at territory boundaries. Vocalizations play important roles in jaguar communication, particularly during mating seasons. The jaguar's roar, while less frequently heard than that of lions, carries for several miles through dense forest environments. Males produce deep, guttural roars to advertise their presence and establish territorial claims, while females may vocalize to indicate reproductive receptivity. Other sounds in their vocal repertoire include grunts, chuffs, and a unique sawing sound produced during close-range interactions. Visual communication includes body postures, facial expressions, and territorial markings such as claw marks on trees. These physical signs help establish dominance hierarchies and territorial boundaries without requiring direct confrontation. Claw marks serve dual purposes, maintaining claw health while leaving visual and scent marks for other jaguars to discover. Reproduction and life cycle. Jaguar reproduction follows patterns typical of large solitary cats, with some unique adaptations to their tropical environments. Females reach sexual maturity between 2 to 3 years of age, while males typically mature slightly later at 3 to 4 years. Unlike temperate climate cats with distinct breeding seasons, jaguars can breed year-round, though peak activity often corresponds with prey abundance cycles. The mating process begins when a female enters estrus and begins leaving scent trails that attract nearby males. Courtship involves complex behavioral interactions including vocalizations, scent marking, and physical displays. Males may follow females for several days, with the actual mating period lasting 2 to 3 days. Multiple matings occur during this period to ensure successful fertilization. Following a gestation period of approximately 93 to 105 days, females give birth to litters of 1 to 4 cubs, with 2 cubs being most common. Birth occurs in secluded dens located in dense vegetation, rock crevices, or hollow trees that provide protection from predators and environmental extremes. Newborn cubs are blind and helpless, weighing only about 2 to 3 pounds at birth. Maternal care is intensive and exclusive, as males play no role in cub rearing and may even pose threats to young jaguars. Female jaguars are devoted mothers, nursing their cubs for 5 to 6 months while gradually introducing solid food. Cubs remain with their mothers for 15 to 24 months, learning essential hunting skills and territorial behavior. This extended learning period is crucial for survival, as young jaguars must master complex hunting techniques and navigate territorial boundaries. Cubs face numerous survival challenges during their first 2 years. Natural predators, including adult male jaguars, caimans, and large snakes, pose constant threats. Additionally, young jaguars must avoid human-wildlife conflicts as they disperse to establish their own territories. Survival rates vary significantly based on habitat quality, prey availability, and human interference levels. Ecological role and ecosystem impact. As apex predators, jaguars play irreplaceable roles in maintaining ecosystem balance throughout their range. Their position at the top of the food web creates cascading effects that influence species composition, behavior patterns, and habitat structure across multiple trophic levels. This keystone species effect makes jaguars essential for maintaining biodiversity and ecosystem health. Jaguars help control populations of large herbivores such as peccaries, deer, and capybaras, preventing overgrazing that could alter vegetation communities. By selectively hunting weak, sick, or elderly individuals, they strengthen prey populations through natural selection while reducing disease transmission. This predation pressure also influences prey behavior, creating landscapes of fear, where herbivore grazing patterns are modified to avoid areas of high predation risk. Their role in aquatic ecosystems is equally important. Jaguar predation on caimans, large fish, and aquatic mammals helps maintain balance in freshwater communities. By reducing populations of top aquatic predators, jaguars indirectly benefit fish populations and the many species that depend on healthy aquatic ecosystems. Seed dispersal represents another crucial ecological service provided by jaguars. While primarily carnivorous, jaguars occasionally consume fruits, particularly during seasonal abundance. More importantly, their prey species often have seeds in their digestive systems when consumed, and these seeds may be deposited in new locations through jaguar feces. This secondary seed dispersal helps maintain forest genetic diversity and plant community structure. The presence of healthy jaguar populations serves as an indicator of ecosystem integrity. Areas supporting viable jaguar populations typically contain intact habitat corridors, adequate water sources, diverse prey communities, and minimal human disturbance. Conservation efforts focused on jaguars therefore provide umbrella protection for entire ecosystems and the countless species they contain. Cultural significance and human relationships. Throughout history, jaguars have held profound spiritual and cultural significance for indigenous peoples across their range. Ancient civilizations including the Maya, Aztec, and Inca incorporated jaguar imagery into their art, mythology, and religious practices. The jaguar's power, stealth, and fearsome reputation made it a symbol of strength, fertility, and divine authority. Many indigenous cultures viewed jaguars as spiritual guardians or shamanic spirit animals, believing they possessed supernatural powers and could move between the physical and spiritual worlds. Jaguar transformation myths, where humans could take jaguar form, appear throughout Mesoamerican and South American traditions. These cultural connections reflect deep understanding and respect for the jaguar's ecological importance. Modern relationships between humans and jaguars present complex challenges. Expanding agriculture, cattle ranching, and urban development continue to fragment jaguar habitat and increase human-wildlife conflicts. Ranchers may view jaguars as threats to livestock, leading to retaliatory killings despite the cat's preference for wild prey. Road construction creates additional mortality risks through vehicle strikes and habitat fragmentation. However, growing awareness of jaguar conservation needs has sparked innovative solutions. Ecotourism programs in countries like Brazil and Belize generate significant revenue while providing economic incentives for jaguar protection. Local communities benefit from employment opportunities as guides, park rangers, and hospitality workers, creating stakeholder support for conservation efforts. Educational programs help rural communities understand jaguar behavior and implement strategies to minimize conflicts. Improved livestock management practices, compensation programs for livestock losses, and alternative livelihood opportunities all contribute to more positive human-jaguar relationships. Conservation challenges and efforts. Today, jaguars face unprecedented threats that have reduced their populations by an estimated 20 to 25% over the past 2 decades. Habitat loss remains the primary threat, with deforestation rates in key jaguar habitats reaching alarming levels. The Amazon rainforest alone loses thousands of square miles annually to agriculture, logging, and development projects. Fragmentation of remaining habitats creates additional challenges by isolating populations and limiting gene flow between groups. Small, isolated populations suffer from inbreeding, reduced genetic diversity, and increased vulnerability to disease outbreaks and environmental changes. Habitat corridors connecting protected areas are essential for maintaining viable populations but are increasingly threatened by human development. Illegal hunting poses another significant threat, driven by demand for jaguar parts in international black markets. Jaguar teeth, claws, and bones are valued in some traditional medicine practices, while jaguar pelts remain sought after despite international protection. Anti-poaching efforts require substantial resources and international cooperation to address transnational wildlife trafficking networks. Climate change adds new dimensions to conservation challenges. Shifting precipitation patterns, increased frequency of extreme weather events, and rising temperatures may alter habitat suitability and prey distributions. Sea level rise threatens coastal habitats, while changing river patterns affect wetland ecosystems crucial for jaguar survival. Conservation efforts are expanding to address these multifaceted challenges. The Jaguar Corridor Initiative works to maintain habitat connectivity across the species range through protected area establishment and wildlife corridor creation. International cooperation through organizations like Panthera and the Wildlife Conservation Society supports field research, anti-poaching efforts, and community engagement programs. Genetic research contributes to conservation planning by identifying distinct populations and assessing genetic diversity levels. This information guides breeding program decisions and habitat protection priorities. Camera trap studies provide crucial population monitoring data while minimizing disturbance to wild jaguars. Looking forward, the future of jaguars depends on our collective commitment to balancing human development needs with wildlife conservation requirements. Success stories from areas like the Pantanal demonstrate that jaguars and humans can coexist when appropriate management strategies are implemented. Sustainable development practices, responsible tourism, and community-based conservation programs offer pathways forward. International cooperation remains essential, as jaguar populations cross multiple national boundaries. Regional conservation agreements, transboundary protected areas, and coordinated research efforts can maximize conservation impact while sharing costs and expertise among nations. Technology offers new tools for jaguar conservation, from satellite tracking collars that provide detailed movement data to genetic techniques that inform breeding program decisions. Remote camera systems enable population monitoring with minimal disturbance, while geographic information systems help identify critical habitat areas and corridor needs. The jaguar's story reflects broader challenges facing large predators worldwide, but also demonstrates the possibilities when science, policy, and community engagement combine effectively. These magnificent cats have survived ice ages, habitat changes, and human pressures for millions of years. With continued conservation efforts and growing awareness of their ecological importance, jaguars can continue to prowl through tropical forests for generations to come, maintaining their role as one of nature's most impressive predators and ecosystem guardians.